Can I close off with a story
Do it.
just slightly unrelated to anything else, and just something personal that I just kind of wanted to share?
Absolutely.
That cool?
Yep.
So, and I think I did share this in our staff meeting today, but my daughter Kyla is graduating from high school, and she is going to be going to, she's graduating from Forest Lake Academy here in about 2 weeks, which is right here in the Apopka area in Orlando. And then she's her plan is to go to Southern Adventist University, which is the university that I graduated from a couple years ago. One of the things about Southern that you have to know is that they do not like giving away scholarship money. That's been my experience anyway. I'm sorry, Southern, if you're listening, just prove me wrong. But
this show is not sponsored by Southern Adventist
not anymore
University.
anyway. So, but they don't like doing it. It's very hard to get a full ride scholarship to go to Southern Adventist University. I'll just say that it's very, very difficult. My daughter has an over 4.0 weighted GPA, just a little bit under the 4.0 with weight if it's weighted, unweighted. I always get those two confused.
I get them mixed
anyway.
up too. Yeah.
Point being, and she scored really well on her SAT. This is a little dad bragging going on, but she scored the highest in her class.
Woot, woot.
And but she's all told, she is 40 points short of a full ride to Southern Adventist University, right? And I think you should probably go to any college here in Florida for free. But anyway, so she's 40 points short, which means that she wanted to take the SAT again, see if she could bring it up, get that extra 40 points, which is pretty heavy lift.
What's the ceiling? Is there a ceiling on the SAT?
I think it's 1,600. I think 1,600 is a perfect score.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's a lot to ask when you're already at that level to go 40 more.
It is. It's a lot. And but we think she's capable of it. And so she signed up to do the SAT this last Sunday, Mother's Day. Cool, right? Anyway, so the story actually has a point to it besides me bragging about my daughter. Trust me. So here's the thing. She's getting over her wisdom teeth coming out, so she's been on a antibiotic, and we think that antibiotic may have coupled with some environmental things to have her have a major allergic reaction on Saturday. She broke out in hives and it was really itchy, it was bad.
Nothing worse
it was
than
really
hives.
bad. So her plan had been to go to bed early Saturday night, get a good long night's sleep, wake up in the morning, get a good breakfast, and go crush the the exam. Well, she was up most of the night itching and just not sleeping well, and it was misery. And so I was like, is it even worth it for you to go? And she said, no, I'm going to go. I know God's in charge of this. And Rochelle's like, yep. And Rochelle said, we're going to go ahead and we're not going to eat the whole time you're in there on Mother's Day. And my wife gave up her Mother's Day breakfast for this. That's some good parenting. So this kind of has a little bit of a tie-in. And Rochelle said, we're going to pray for you every 15 minutes during this test, which started at 8 and finished at noon. And so Rochelle and I prayed for Kyla every 15 minutes. And we were like, we don't even know how she's going to be able to concentrate because she's itching. She's like, it's just not.
Yeah.
But as we're pulling in for her to take the test, this Phillips, Craig, and Dean song comes on to the playlist that we're listening to, and it wasn't planned. And it was the song is called "You Keep Hope Alive," which I don't know if we can link that in the show notes, but it's Phillips, Craig, and Dean. "You Keep Hope Alive."
Oh, nice.
And so Rochelle and I just prayed during this whole test for Kyla, the answers would come, that she'd stop itching, that she'd be able to concentrate. And when she came out of the test, she said, I could tell you're praying for me. The first test was the English test, which she crushed. She couldn't do a lot better than what she already had done. So that one wasn't as important that she do well on. But the second was the math one. So through the English portion, she was itching and having a hard time concentrating. But as soon as she got to the math one, which is the one that she, where there was some opportunity to grow, to improve on, as soon as she got in there, she immediately quit itching.
That's amazing.
Was able to concentrate, and she said it was crazy. She went through. She said, "There's not a question that I felt like I didn't get right." She said, "I went through. I got them all done. I get to one, I feel a little stuck, and then I just hear my teacher's voice in the back of my head going, 'Oh, this is what you need to do. This is what just come to me.'" And that was such an answer to prayer for us. And I share that with you just because, this is something my daughter has been working for so much. And it, like, for me, I was just crushed that. I was like, oh my goodness, this is one of her last opportunities to take the SAT again and get that with something she's worked hard for, tried hard for. And then something like Hives is going to come along and just ruin her, the chance to do that. And what I feel good about is we don't know what her score is. We don't know how she did. We don't know whether she got the extra 40 points or not. But what I feel good about is that God was there with her through it. She did the best that she could. If she got the extra 40 points, good for her.
Yeah.
If she didn't, good for her. God was there with her. She did the best. And I'm just proud of her. So I'm telling you that story because wherever you're at in life, whatever may be going on with you, keep hope alive. When it seems like things aren't the way you'd want them to be, things aren't there, know that you can keep hope alive, that God will be there. Pray it out. Have the people you care about praying for you. And God can do some good things.